wow, this is insane, man. Look, I caught this flash. This guy didn't even see it in his own video. He claims that he started downloading reptilian shapeshifter videos, and all of a sudden the Los Angeles police started to buzz his house with these helicopters and little white airplanes and orbs, metallic orbs, and you can see them. Look, he's talking about this deal. I mean, it's a long video.
LAPD, the Los Angeles Police Department. I mean, they were buzzing my house with helicopters. 4 LAPD showed up at my door, and it's important again to tell you that I have no priors. I am a lawful citizen. I do not have any criminal record, and I'm not involved with any suspicious activity or persons whatsoever, and they all know it. All these reptilian police, as I call them. And but they harassed me also by following me in police squad cars, lighting up their sirens and horns behind me, pulling somebody over, or zooming around me and stuff, and for which I installed a dash camera, and when I got some good evidence, I uploaded it, and I called that movie Your Taxes from My Reptilian LAPD Escort, and so I uploaded that, and when I did, most of that harassment stopped, but they still continue to harass me with helicopters, with these little white airplanes all the time, and you think, wait a minute, aren't you just imagining every airplane? No, they use these little white airplanes all the frickin' time. They fly right over my head whenever I'm leaving somewhere. I also, in the Dragons of Blade Runner, you'll see these little spy orbs. They're something like this big, but
check
they're
it out.
Objects of some kind which you can't see with the naked
Look
eye.
at
They
this.
show up on film later.
That's right there. Look.
You can see that these things are flying around.
He's not making this over. He's looking. He's showing it.
Some kind of UFO invisibility tech.
Look, this one behind him.
It's also, of course,
look at that, behind the helicopter right there. That is a metallic orb. So, but just, I know exactly that California is a gigantic reptilian base, and I mean, it's huge. And that, he doesn't understand really much. This world is artificially made, and the hands that I've been showing shows a human hand and a nail, a claw extended, like it looked like it was added after the hand was made. And you're talking about it's everywhere. It's on planet, moon, galaxy, in space itself, translucent. You can see all those freaking hands holding that, whatever that is, the scepter, or I don't know what that is. It's something like a short tube with the bottom of it is like a J. Well, I've been showing all of that in the last 10 videos. Now I just happened to look at this guy's video and see, and sure enough, look, it's showing the stuff recorded by himself. This is the freaking orb. And it's reflecting the sunlight, which is really the torsion field, and these are photonic particles that are hitting the atmosphere or the sky structure, and the sun is black. And the light that we're seeing is we only see the sun because the sky structure. If we were up in space, we wouldn't be able to see the sun. It's black. It's a torsion field in reality. And he doesn't understand that this world is a reptilian takeover. They took over what the Elohim did, create the universe, and they have taken over. I don't know if all of it, but I've seen, as far as I have seen, their presence is there, their faces are there, everywhere. The thing is that most of it is translucent, and it's hard to show that. Now, this is a in-your-face thing. That might be a different type of, aggressive reptilian-looking deal.
Illegal for them to use government vehicles to harass somebody that they know.
Exactly.
Is a lawful citizen, and so this is major. I mean, this is the weirdest thing that I've ever had happen to me. I'll say that again because it really is. I mean, I've never had anything like this happen to me, where all of a sudden the police are following me around. They're buzzing my house with helicopters. They did night raids where it sounds like the helicopter is like right above my apartment. It's chop, 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 and everybody woke up. It was so loud. And there was some sort of thing that they were shooting at me because I would get these massive spasms in my legs, and it scared the hell out of me.
Yeah, electromagnetic waves.
And because I was really scared. And also, they and these flybys or buzzes, by the way, they start out where you hear this noise in the distance, and it goes out, and then they go right over my apartment with loud noise and vibration, and it's intimidating. And I realize that that's their whole MO, that they're all about intimidation. So
they just want you to stop digging
and to give me an unspoken message to not do this. And by the way, when the 4 LAPD showed up at my door,
call on to the Creator.
I've never had LAPD show up at my door, and I didn't call them for a noise that somebody was making or something like that. But these people, these LAPD officers, I knew there was something wrong with them. There was something different about them. And by the way, I have LAPD in my family, and I'm not against LAPD, never have been. I've always been supportive of police, and I, to a large extent, still am, except I know that there's something corrupt going on now with at least some of them. And I think that they also must have control over the department, otherwise they couldn't get away with doing what they're doing. So they must have some control, but I don't think necessarily all the LAPD know about this. Created video.
Look at this, the translucent hand of Barack Obama.
World famous clear hand footage is the footage I'm talking about, where I first discovered this about Barack Obama.
Look at that shit. The hand is translucent. What would that be? That is weird. Check it out.
Obama, the footage of his hand clear in front of him.
Translucent.
Not the teleprompter, I proved that.
Well, it's only his hand.
Transparency in his hand, in front of his face, has not been seen anywhere in the history of video. I challenge anybody to search the entire archives of video since man has created video to see whether you can find this transparency or not. And I think it's very clear that this is not a normal person, and I believe that this transparency is actually the legendary transparency in a mirror that vampires show. And I think that the whole vampire legend is actually built upon people's eyewitnesses of people showing transparency in mirrors, which these interdimensional beings or whatever it is they are have a problem with. Their bodies are semi-transparent in an image, which can either be from a camera or a mirror. And people probably saw this in ancient times. They were transparent in mirrors, and all the things about vampires match up. They create blood. According to Arizona Wilder, they need the blood in order to maintain their reptilian form, and they prefer children, and they torture the children to get the utmost terror and the adrenaline in the blood, which is another drug that they need in the blood. And so these are extremely cursed creatures, and I happen to think that they are the cursed beasts of the Bible. And it says that the serpents are the most cursed of all the beasts of the field, and the field is, I believe, a terminology for the universe. or the cosmos, whatever you want to call it. But essentially, they're still aliens, but they live here among us for whatever reason, and I believe that they are part of this whole Illuminati agenda, and they look down on humans, according to Peggy Kane, and that's a very interesting video. I recommend watching it.
They hate us.
The original Peggy Kane video, and also the Alex Collier video in 1994.
That's what I say. The hands show human hands, and then the claw added behind it. Like saying, yeah, you're human, but we're reptilian behind the shit.
Be educated on this subject.
Now,
the next important topic that I want to bring up about this whole reptilian shape-shifting thing and the footage that's on this disc is something that I described in my movie The Dragons of Blade Runner in the introduction to the movie, in which I explain how that when I first started uploading reptilian shapeshifter movies to YouTube, my house was immediately buzzed by helicopters. I mean, surrounded by helicopters, which I didn't even realize at the time had to do with the movie that I was uploading. But within about 15 minutes of uploading my first reptilian full report movie called Reptilian Matrix Message about a year and 4 months ago, I